know what y'all call that in the rest of the country, but we call that snirt. Snow and dirt. Only in mid-March in Indiana.
We have the largest collection in the world of superhero memorabilia and comic books.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
this
good.
is just a very small sampling of what we have at the museum.
Yeah, okay, okay. And you want to introduce yourself here?
Oh, you don't know who I am?
Well, I know who you are, but our listeners,
That's right.
our listeners don't know who you are.
I'm Alan Stewart. I'm the curator of the Hall of Heroes Superhero Museum.
All right, cool. Located in
Elkhart, Indiana.
Elkhart, Indiana, not far from my
Everybody's
in-laws.
heard of Elkhart, Indiana. It's such a huge metropolis.
Yeah. Like I said, my in-laws live there, or in Granger, so it's
Well, that's
like
the only reason you're aware
yeah,
of it,
well,
though.
that's true.
Yeah.
I married
Most
into
folks are
Elkhart.
They were like, where the hell is Elkhart, Indiana?
Yeah, yeah.
We have to tell them it's over by Notre Dame. It's by South Bend. Then they know
Yeah,
where it
that's
is.
what I say when people ask where my husband's from. I'm like South Bend because people know South Bend.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah. Okay. So, but you've got your displays
Yes.
here that you brought today, and then the Captain America
our
shield.
fantastic
Yeah.
Black Widow display as well.
Hi, Black Widow. How you doing, Natasha? So you guys are open what every day, certain days of the week?
We are open on Saturdays
Okay.
from 11 to 5,
Okay.
and Sundays noon to 4.
Okay.
During the week we're by appointment, just because we have our volunteers and stuff there on the weekends, but they
Right.
kind of work during the week.
Right. Yeah.
But usually, we just ask people to call first during the week, just because I also own a real estate firm, so I'm in and out on
Yeah.
appointments a lot. So.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And then you guys are on Facebook?
We're on Facebook. That's the best place
you're
to
on-
find us. And we have
Perfect.
some great events every year. We have our Avengers Day coming up May 9th.
Yep.
We're going to have Groot. We're going to have Ultron. We're going to
Nice.
have the full Avengers cast. We'll have Black Widow there, of course. We'll have Hulk. We'll have Iron Man. We'll have Thor. We'll have Stan Lee.
Our Stan Lee lookalike
Stan Lee will
here.
be here. We're actually doing a DC Marvel wedding.
Yeah.
Hulk will be marrying Wonder Woman at the event. Guys won't want to.
Is it going to be black tie, green tie?
Green tie.
Green
yes.
tie.
Well, we thought about that, the Hulk
Red,
wearing
white,
just
and blue
a tie.
tie.
Just a tie. But no, that will be a fun event. We will be doing our where people can hold and get their picture taken with the original shield from the movie there
Right, yep.
during that event. We also right now we are working on trying to get one of Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man suits for the
That's what he was telling me.
That's not confirmed yet.
Yeah.
We're still working on that.
That works.
But yeah, we got a lot of great stuff going on with that.
Cool. All right, and then you've got other events too. You got
July
the
25th. Yeah,
DC
July 25th. We have our DC event.
anniversary here.
Yep, we're going to be celebrating the 75th anniversary of Captain Marvel, of Green Lantern, of Flash, Hawkman, Catwoman, the Joker, and Robin. Which
Cool.
I was actually one of the 5 finalists to be Robin in the Batman movies in the 90s before I got beat up by that bastard Chris O'Donnell. And then
How
ruined
dare
the movie.
he?
See, I
How dare
I could have saved the
you
franchise.
could have saved
I
the
could have saved
franchise.
They would have chose me instead of Chris O'Donnell.
All right.
Now, if they would have had like a combat thing to win it, I would have won.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
sure you would
actually
have.
was a fitness instructor in the Army at the time.
Oh, right.
And that's how I
right.
made it to the final. Obviously, short, dark hair.
Yeah.
But I taught martial arts, American fighting styles for the Army for 7 years, so I could do all my own stunts. So that's how I made it to the
finals, yeah.
final 5 for the movie.
Darn that, Chris.
You know what's really funny about that, though, is that he and I were actually born a day apart.
Oh, really?
His birthday is 1 day before mine. We're the exact same age.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
It's really weird.
That is really
it's like
weird.
creepy weird.
No. Oh, well, look at you now.
Actually, and that's what we're trying to find. Actually, one of the books we don't have is a Detective 38, which is for Spencer Robin.
Oh, okay.
Came this close to getting one last year at C2E2. In fact, I was supposed to be picking it up.
Yeah.
Got outbid by the Library of Congress on the book.
Ah.
But what happened was we lost that. We ended up getting that instead.
Oh, yeah,
original
the
Captain
shield.
America shield from the movie. So
I think
fair
you
trade,
won.
fair trade.
I think you
Yep.
won. Well, much more fun taking your picture with that
Yes,
than
absolutely.
a comic
So
book.
if you see a
So.
Detective 38 around here, I'm looking
All
for
right.
one.
Well, I'll put the
I have
word
personal
out.
interest in finding that book
I will
since
put
was
the
in
word
Robin
out.
movies.
Yeah, I
want
will
that
put the
book for
word
our
out.
museum.
All right. Well, I will let you get back to work, but
Well,
thank you
good.
very much for
Well, come
talking
visit
to
our
me.
museum. It is
Oh, yeah.
an amazing place. This is just a small sample
Yes.
of what we have there. We have Adam West's original Batman costume in our museum. We have William Katz's original Greatest American Hero suit from that show. We have some of the props from Big Bang Theory there. We've got some really amazing stuff at our museum.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
It's pretty awesome. And it's, of course, the museum itself is a 2-story replica of the Hall of Justice.
Nice.
Which is cool in itself.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely come check us out. It's a lot of fun.
All right. All right. Well, thank you.
Oh yeah, I know. Like I said, I'm surprised.
I met Purple Trail last time.
Yeah, Herbert's nice guy. He's a great guy.
This is very, very touchy.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty quiet start. You have some damage being taken.
Oh, yep, going well.
Yeah, hell.
Lots of shields going around.
Ah,
Not this
pretty cool.
Just fire.
Oh, yeah.
We have lots of damage here at player 4.
Yep.
No one else seems to be taking very much. Fireballs do not light your corner.
Nope.
Oh,
I told you it wasn't gonna go.
You must have a magnet in the corner, so they're drawing all the fireballs over here.
It's all going.
Yeah,
Well, we have some damage taken at player 2. Oh, some damage over here too. Everyone's taking a little bit. Now, who will it be? Need some health going around. There's some health. Everyone is a little bit damaged.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Health.
It's anyone's game. Player 2's out. Who could it be?
God.
So
out there about, you know, like this, the women in comics issue. I don't know if you've been on Twitter. Well, you might not know because you're not on Twitter.
It's probably better than he's not.
Yeah, that's probably good. Sometimes I wish I wasn't. It first started, there's the Ellen Willis test. These are ways to look at genders to see if there's a reason why somebody is represented as male or female. She was a feminist, she was a writer, a thinker in the 70s, and she just said, it doesn't really matter. If you flip the genders, does the story still make sense?
Days, because I don't have solutions for those problems. But they were so ignored, and they are still ignored. Addiction is still an enormous problem. That first Green Lantern 76 had a strong racial angle. My wife grew up in Ferguson, Missouri. It's horrifying that those people, that neighborhood, that turf that we knew so well, that we grew up in, has become so vicious and violent. So the only really thing I regret about that is when I reread those stories for the first time when the hardcover came out, or I reread most of them. I found that not much has changed. The environmental situation is far worse than we were predicting. Race, God help us, seems to be as big a problem as ever. Corporate tyranny, ask Monsanto Chemical Company. But in practical terms, in day-to-day professional writer terms, I was getting the same $15 a page for those stories as I was getting for Super Friends.
Typically, if you're paying attention to something in the photo, I'm sitting here and there's an alligator next to me and I'm looking at the alligator. The viewer's eye is going to hit the human face first and then focus on what that person is looking at. Because instinctively, we follow the direction of people's eyes to gauge their reactions. That's how human brains work. If the alligator is cut out of the photo and I'm looking worried off to the side, the viewer's still going to look that direction to see what I'm looking worried about. If I am staring straight out at the viewer through the camera lens, now it can be a challenge, it can be an appeal, it can be some sort of communication two-way between the viewer and the person in the photo.
I didn't do it. Whoop! There's Siren. Oh, it's a fire truck. I'm okay then. Like, I haven't even seen Jenna yet, so you can't accuse me of accosting her. Anyways, day 2, Vinny Comic Con. I'm having to walk this time. Chauncey wasn't going to get up this early to drop me off at the convention center, so I parked at work and I'm walking. Luckily, it stopped raining, so the walk isn't that bad. That and I'm dressed in layers. Cosplay 10th Doctor, what? So since they expanded the convention center, they're able to hold so many more events at once. So not only is there Comic-Con happening this weekend, there's a cheer and dance competition, a like tool shop show, so you can learn all about like weather stripping, and then there's also some sort of like women's business empowering retreat. So there's a little bit of everything.
Today angels drunk in muddle stumbled from the bars, and all the bells of London were sounded. Today animals spoke to us in a siren. The Yeti Day, the fluttering capes, and arrival of the Time Machine Day. You didn't notice any of this because you saw each other from the top.
So crowded in here.
I should have been more accurate time. But it's really cool to firstly try to attack somebody, but that does happen. And remember that they don't understand. They have no life, and I don't want any of you guys to feel like you cannot cosplay because you're afraid of those negative comments or you're not comfortable with yourself.
All right, works.
To meet dun-dun-dun, 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 Jenna Coleman. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. This is very nice to look out to.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Welcome to your very first North American convention. They've been coming to see you back all day and everyone's really excited.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Great. Anybody? I know this is silly, but questions. If you have questions, there we go.
Hi, Clara.
Hi. Oh, I've been waiting.
First in line.
So first of all, I wanted to thank you. Like she said, I know that it means a lot to all of us that you came out here, and that we know you don't come to cons often, so thank you. Secondly, I wanted to know, what is the quote that either gets you through the day or is the most inspirational quote that you know?
So simple. Work hard and be nice to people. As earnest as that sounds, but I think I like the simplicity of that, and it's on a poster in my house.
Did you approach your character any differently, going from Matt Smith's doctor to Peter Quill's doctor?
Yeah, it was really interesting because, it was all in the writing, but it's kind of, it's always a really interesting process starting Doctor Who, because every episode is its own self-contained adventure. So it's what is the dynamic, what is the chemistry, how does it change, and often it all kind of just takes care of itself. But I think it is the question of relating to your best friend who is a completely different person and has a new face. Like, what would you do? How do you kind of carry on from that? So it was really interesting storytelling and really interesting writing of how this friendship is so bonded in history, but then has to be something totally new as well. And it was a lot to do, with what Peter was doing in creating his doctor, and then just figuring out how you can relate to that, and then it takes its own journey and becomes its own thing.
Well, welcome both of you. I'm so excited to be able to moderate you guys. This is very
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. So you both done voices for both Jasmine and for Belle. Can you just give a little bit of a history for those that have maybe not known you, or if you want to just give a little quick background.
Okay. Well, I am the voice of Princess Jasmine, and I did the original movie and the sequels and the 100-episode cartoon series and every toy and game and live stage show that featured Princess Jasmine, so that's me.
And I was both the acting and singing voice for Belle for the movie, and for many, many years after that, for again, all the toys, the sequels, and it's thrilling to be here. You guys have been fantastic.
Well, with me, I was lucky that I was a working Broadway actress, and they were looking for Broadway performers for this film. As you know, Howard Ashman and Alan Menken were the composer and their assistant. They saw it as a Broadway musical on film. So I was very lucky that I was one of the working Broadway actresses in New York of 500 that auditioned. And I found out after I was cast that Howard Ashman was a huge fan of my Showboat recording that I had done with EMI Records. And he had it at home and would listen to it a lot. So, but I did go through 5 auditions, and I found out in the same week that my husband proposed to me. My birthday was the next day, and the 3rd day I got Belle. Quite a week, huh?
And to be, for sure. For me, it was also a similar process auditioning for, it was at least 5 auditions. We would go in, and then maybe a month later, they'd call and say, you have a callback, and I'd go in again, and there'd be less girls, and the final audition, it was just me. I was like, wait, do I have the job? They're like, not yet. But we had a long session that they animated to, and that's how the process went.
That's awesome.
Only if you'll be part of the song.
Ooh. Do you guys want to see this happen?
Yeah.